Hey, you remember when I did that video on concealed carrying? Well, it started up a lot of discussion, and one of the points that someone mentioned was that if you carry, you should always carry. So I started thinking, should you really always carry? I think maybe there are some circumstances or even just some people who shouldn't carry. For example, right now, I'm at a park. So you can see the playground behind me, and that makes me think of kids and moms, dads bringing their kids out here. Can you hold my bag real quick? I want to go down the slide. Just for a second. I'll take it right back, just 2 seconds. Thank you. I never get to do this anymore. Thank you. I appreciate you bearing with my silliness for a second. And holding my bag. But back to what I was talking about. I think in particular there are 3 circumstances where maybe it's not advised for you to carry. Like, for one thing, say for example you're newer to firearms, you get interested because you're looking for a self-defense carry piece. So you get your pistol, you get your permit, but maybe you're not terribly familiar with firearms. Should you just go ahead and carry it, kind of wing it? How many of you is that your style? Is that how you started carrying? Or should you maybe do some training, like learning to draw from a holster, doing mag changes, learning to improve your accuracy? Speaking of training, one of my friends here on YouTube, Range Time with Corey and Erica, they are hosting some training coming up, and so I'm going to put their video or a link to their video in the description. So if you're interested, I recommend checking them out. They've got some great information. They're really cool people. But in general, people who are untrained with firearms, is it advice for them to carry? What do you think? A second circumstance about concealed carrying is people who maybe it's just plain not practical for them. And I think that's really only a question that you can answer. But I know that there are times where I have to be on and off school grounds all the time with college, and moms and dads, if you're out there picking up your kids, taking them to soccer practice, ballet, maybe some of those places you can't have your firearm. And I think you have to decide, do you want to deal with that hassle of, having to pack it up, put it all in your car, and then drive within 1,000 feet of the school, or 1,000 yards of the school, or wherever you're going? I know there are some circumstances where I think, okay, I'm going to such and such place and I can't carry my gun. Do I want to go through, having to park my car and take care of all of it before I get into whatever that building is? I don't know. Something to think about. A third thing to consider when thinking about maybe you should or shouldn't conceal carry is the mindset. I think there are some people that I've talked to that maybe shouldn't carry just because when you carry a firearm, you're carrying a potentially lethal weapon. It's pretty heavy. I personally hope I am never in a circumstance where I have to where I have to meet lethal force because I feel like my life is threatened and there's absolutely no other way to get out of the situation. I hope that never happens. I find the whole thought is a scary one. And I think there are some people in that situation where they're not prepared to pull that trigger, knowing that they could take someone's life. That could be, that's somebody's baby. Could be somebody's brother, their sister, somebody's girlfriend or uncle. And when you meet a threat with that lethal force of a firearm, you are potentially ending their life. Are you going to be okay with that? it's not something that I feel really good about, and it's something that I would only do under the absolute most dire circumstances. But even then, I think there are some people who just couldn't, even when their life is in danger, couldn't bring themselves to harm another person, even if that means giving up their own life. Those people, maybe they should be looking into less than lethal options. Maybe concealed carrying a firearm isn't for them. But while we're on the subject, I'd really like to hear what you guys think about it. Give me a comment or leave me a video response. Should everyone conceal carry? And when shouldn't they? But now I'm gonna swing. Oh man, feels like I'm 5 again. It's been a while. It's a little chilly out though. Maybe we should go inside.